Hi everyone, I'm Runk. In a previous video I showed you how to take a DXF file and turn it into toolpath using our FeatureCAM software right here. Today we're going to do something a little different. I'm going to show you how to use this software called Inkscape so that we can find any art on the internet and turn it into our own DXF. Let's get started. We're going to keep it nice and simple. I'm going to find a skull, and I like to type in black and white art. That kind of helps it because it's going to make it a little bit easier. Plus, there's some troubleshooting ideas I can show you with what's going on. Now, what you can do is you can right-click on an image and you can go Save As. Now, you want it to be a JPEG or a PNG or a WebG. There's anything that you can get that will recognize as an image, okay? This won't always work, and I'll show you this one in particular. So I'm going to save it right into my downloads. Now, I'm going to go to this cool site called Remove Background. Now, this is all we're going to do is you would grab a file and you would drag it and drop it. Now, this one's going to alarm out on us. It says an unsupported file. Now, it should have worked. Not a big deal. We're going to show you a different way of doing it as well. So I'm going to take this same image and I'm going to use my snipping tool and I'm going to do the same thing. I'm just going to grab that image and we're going to save it into our downloads as Skull and Bones. So we're going to try the same thing. We're just going to come back here, Skull and Bones, drag and drop it, and it's going to work this time. Now, if you watch closely, you'll see that it does that remove background. Even if it doesn't look like there's a background there, this will still get rid of it. Now, this doesn't have to be black and white art. It can do it on color as well. But all we're going to do once we drag and drop it is download the preview. That's going to be in there. It says remove background. Now we're going to open up our Inkscape. We're just going to go new document. Now I have this blank canvas, and the first thing I want to do is I want to go ahead and grab that remove background file, and I'm going to click OK. Just bring everything in as is. And I have my file right here. So here's where it gets really cool, and it's really quick. I'm going to go to Path, Trace Bitmap, and then I have all these settings over here. Now, what I like to do with my settings is the first thing I'm going to do is go to Edge Detection, and you can see in the preview it's grabbing all those edges. Now, this usually I leave this at 1, and here's where it gets kind of interesting. I'm going to leave the speckles at 0, and I'm going to turn the smooth corners to 0. In fact, I'm just going to take everything down to 0. I'm going to click Apply. Now, make sure that you do have it selected and then hit apply. Now what happens is it creates that DXF right there. So I'm going to delete this, pull this over here. Now if this is bigger than the paper, that is okay. It's not going to be a big deal. But if you look at these little speckles right here, we don't want those right there. And I'll show you why here in just a second. So we're going to go File, Save As. Now we're going to turn this into our own DXF. So I'll call this Skull and Bones, but it's not going to be a PNG anymore. It's going to be a DXF. Now there's 2 of them. Now I like to go with DXF 12 just because I've been using it. And I'm going to go Save. Now here's where it gets really cool. That will literally take you not very long going forward. I'll open up FeatureCAM. I'll create a new document. I'll hit Finish, hit OK. Now I'm simply just going to drag and drop my DXF file in here. This is where my other video is going to take off. Now I'm going to hit nothing. I'm going to hit finish. But if you look here, I have all those little speckles right there. And the only way to really get rid of them is if I start kind of highlighting and deleting, highlighting. But if you'll notice, I'm getting rid of some of my other stuff too. So I don't want to do that. That's not what I'm looking for. So we're going to hit minimize. We're going to come back to here, and I'm going to hit Control Z a couple times to get my original image up there. So I'm going to click on this. This is really cool. I'm simply going to change this to like 25. I'll click off it, click on it. You don't have to, but I'm going to hit apply again. But now if you look at my image, you won't see all those speckles. That's exactly what we're looking at. And we didn't change it by very much. So let's go ahead and see what that looks like when we bring it into our file. And I'll just bring it back over here. I kind of like to do this. It's probably personal preference. So let's go File, Save As. We're going to make it the DXF 12, Skull and Bones. Yes, we want to replace it. And then we're simply going to open up FeatureCAM and we're going to drag it and drop it into there. I'm going kind of fast, but all I'm doing is just drag and dropping stuff now. Just like that, when I hit finish, all of those speckles are gone. So everything that you see is the actual drawing that you want. Now, if you find a couple of them that you don't want in there, that's going to be fine too. But what you're looking for is a nice clean image right there. So I'll minimize this and I'll show you one more thing. We're going to go find our skull, but we're not going to do black and white art. I'm going to do skull art, and we're going to pick this one right here. I'm going to right click it. I'm going to go save as. See how it does the web picture? So I'll do that right there. That looks pretty good. I'll go back to my page. I'll click because we want to do another one. I'll go back to the main page and I'm going to drag and drop. Now watch this. I don't have to do a snippet. It's just going to grab it, remove that background. I'm going to do a preview. I downloaded it. I'll come back up to here. I'll delete that one. I'll drag and drop that in there, hit OK. And just like that, I'll hit apply, move that one over, bring that one in, and there it is. Very cool. Now, if it isn't the way you like it to be, we can always hit Control-Z a couple times, and I can click on this, and I can start working on the transparency. See how it kind of starts getting a little bit darker, making those images darker? If I do that, let's go like halfway. So let's type in here 0.5, enter, and I'll hit apply. Now, if you don't like it, if it makes things too dark, you might not be able to reach all of these. I haven't really tried that way, but it does grab more of it and it increases the detail. But both ways, let's see if I hit Control-Z a couple times. I do that, hit apply, bring it over. I'll go File, Save As, go on Bones Art, DXF 12. Once it gets done, we'll open up our FeatureCAM again. We'll come here, we'll go to Home, we'll go New. Same thing, just hit Finish. We'll drag and drop the Bones Art in there. Hit OK, hit Yes, do nothing, hit Finish. And just like that, we have all the art in there. And that about sums it up right there. So, hey, hope you guys enjoyed this video. Again, you can do this with all kinds of art, anywhere you can find it. Download that art, run it through the background remove, bring it back into Inkscape, create your DXF, and then after that, you can follow this video down here to the right. Again, my name is Runk. Thank you for watching. And to my students, we are going to tear it up with all kinds of creativity. Because remember, you can make your own art on paper, scan it in, and this will still recognize those edges. So you can make your own art on your own project. So thank you for watching. I'm Runk. Be sure and like and subscribe. Hit that button. Thank you again for watching. Have a great day.